it is actually possible to speak English with mostly or even entirely Germanic words. For example, instead of saying literature, which is a Romance word, you could say bookcraft. Or instead of saying ancestor, you could say forekind. It's not exactly easy to speak that way all the time, but it is possible. There is actually a movement to create and to promote a new form of English like this that's stripped of all of its non-Germanic influences, so that English would basically become the language it would have been if it had not been influenced by Romance languages and by Greek and others. Some people refer to this strictly Germanic form of English as Anglish because it's supposed to take English back to its Anglo-Saxon roots. Anglish is a form of English linguistic purism. Anglish seeks to achieve the Germanic purity of English in a few different ways. First, by choosing existing Germanic words rather than their Romance equivalents. 2. By reviving obsolete Germanic words. 3. By adopting words from Old English or other Germanic languages. 4. By creating new words based on Old English or other Germanic roots. So take this simple sentence. The man forgot his rain shade at home. What do you think rain shade means? Something that provides shade from the rain. If you guessed umbrella, that's right. Rain shade is a new word, created from rain and shade, and it's based on the word sunshade. Umbrella is a loan word from Italian ombrella. All of the other words in this sentence are regular English words of Germanic origin. And you probably noticed that the words are not changed into Old English, they're all in modern English, just without the non-Germanic elements. Another example. I onlook the man since he's very ithend. Now here's the original sentence I wrote in Standard English. I respect the man because he's very industrious. Onlook comes from Old English on lake, to observe or regard, but it seems the sense has been extended to mean regard positively or respect. Now, why did I change the word because? Well, because the cause part of because is of Romance origin. Since is just a Germanic alternative to because. Ithend is a real English word, which is still used in some dialects of Northern England and I believe also in Scotland. And of course, when I speak of that man who's very ithend, I'm referring to a name-known show player I've seen on the Farseer. A name-known show player I've seen on the Farseer. Here's the original phrase in Standard English. A famous actor I've seen on the television. Name-known is a newly a-shapen word that comes from name and known, markedly. And show player is another melding of two bestanding words. And Farseer is a likeness of the German word
Fernsehen.
In everyday talk, we deal with a lot of Germanic words, but for some underwarps like witch ship, we deal with many more outland words.